Hello, beautiful bipeds.
Hi guys!
I'm Luis Salton,
I'm Larissa Almeida.
and I'm here with her, the Sea Queen.
And I'm here with him, the creative and crazy scientist.
Every time that you say that, I blink out of ideas. Just kidding. So, today's video is about private lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Why would you take privates? What are the benefits of taking privates?
Yeah, and also the disadvantages
Yeah.
of taking privates. Yeah. If you already dance, you know that there's lots of different ways for you to develop your dance, you know? So, which ways can you develop more your dance?
We can train with friends, so go out in a park or everywhere that you can dance and exchange movements, exchange ideas
And
with
practice.
your friends, and practice and repeat.
You can go to socials. That's the main goal of why we learn dance, right? To go and practice.
At the socials,
So-
yeah.
Definitely, as more you go to socials, better you get.
We can talk with your friend or with expertise people that love Zouk too.
Yeah, talking about dance, trying to verbalize your concepts, verbalize how was the dance with someone,
Yeah.
trying to describe how is the dance that you like, you know, how do you see your dance. That's also something that can make you have a more clear perspective of of dance.
And when talking, you can also explain for a friend, for example, what you just learned. This is also gonna help you to get the concept or what you just learned in your body and mind.
Something that I really love doing is ask other people feedback about my dance.
Oh yeah.
Like, how did you feel when I did this move, or what do you like in my dance, and what do you think I could improve?
Yeah, what's my strengths and weak points, right?
Yeah. But you also can take classes. So you can take group classes, you can take online classes, and you also can take private. So private class is when one student or maybe two students, one follower and one leader, they do classes with one teacher or maybe two teachers. So we have all of those different systems. And private classes is a super fast way for learning because you have all the attention of your teacher, and you also have some other advantages of taking privates, and we're going to speak about those
Right now.
right now. Lari, in your opinion, what are the advantages of taking privates?
Okay, so I think that for me, the biggest one is to be able to feel and to do with the teacher. So I have 100% of like the time and attention of the teacher for myself, for my movement, for my process. So this thing of being able to adapt to my learning process, for me it's like gold.
Yeah,
And for you?
that's definitely an advantage. But I think for me, I have the space to ask my questions, you know, even if they are not that much related. Because like in a group class, sometimes questions come to my mind and I go like, I'm not going to ask this because that's too specific, or that's an option like, okay, what if I do that? Does it work? You know, so in a private class, I have all the space to do it.
Yeah.
So I kind of can choose towards where the class is going, and also the class follows my learning speed.
True.
So if I'm taking more time to get a fundament, I can spend more time on it. And if I already get it and I want to keep moving, I also can like, okay, let's keep moving, you know. So I can control the flow of the class in this sense.
And other advantage that we have is, for example, being able to choose exactly what we're gonna work on in the class. So if I want to work 1 hour just in balloon, I can't because this is my private. Of course, we also talk with the teachers, right, to see what they think that would be best for us, because they also have this analytical vision that can help us improve way faster than just ours.
Yeah, and then you can perform the movement tons of times with the
Yeah.
teacher. That's a huge advantage. Another huge advantage of taking privates is the diagnose of the teacher. So a trained eye can see your movement and can notice things that you maybe are not noticing. And maybe with just like small tips like shift more your weight here or raise your elbow here, you know, those things, they can help you so much to improve faster. So if you have someone with a trained eye that already knows how that movement should look, you know, and this person is giving you those informations, it's a lot faster for you to get it.
And this feedback, this diagnosis, it's in real time. So it's very nice that you can, okay, they saw a little mistake that you can improve and you already can fix it, right? Because you know what it is. Sometimes when we're training by our own, we cannot see this, so we cannot fix it at the time.
Yeah.
So it's very nice to have someone to look at it and say, hey, let's work on this. This is going to improve the movement.
Yeah. In the next repetition, you already do it differently. A question that you can have on your mind is, how many hours should I do? You know, how many hours of privates should I do?
Well, the answer is there's no exact formula, right? Because every person is different. So it's gonna also depend a lot of your learning process.
And also, as more classes you take, more you learn. So you just have to think about how many hours can I take and still be
Absorbing
the
information.
content. Yeah. So if you want to take lots of privates, maybe taking 8 hours of privates in one day is not a good option. I mean, I'm just kidding. I just did a joke because we were in Mexico and there was a guy called Amit, miss you bro, and he was taking so many privates, so.
So we also should say about Pavel.
Yeah. Some guys, they like it, you know?
Yeah.
So we have some friends that we say, okay, Pavel, how many hours of privates do you want to do? And
How many you guys can handle, basically. So it's a lot important for you to understand what is your limit, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm not absorbing more, guys. So can we stop for him for now, for today?
But usually we do like 1 hour sessions, and I really love doing a little more than 1 hour, like 1 hour and a half or maybe 2 hours, because we have more time to go deeper.
You can also do 1 hour to get to know the teachers, because sometimes you have never done the classes before with them. So do a private just to, okay, yeah, I like the way that they teach. I like the way that they see dance. It matches with what I want for my dance. So this is a very nice option too.
Okay, we said that you can go to a private by yourself, or you can go with someone, and you also can take a private with only one teacher, or you can take with the couple, right? With 2 teachers. Which kind of class do you recommend most?
2 teachers and 2 students.
Why?
Because then we can get this moment where we're doing the movements with the exchange partners, right? So I'm doing with the leader, you're doing with the follower, so we can have this diagnosis for them. And we can also watch while they're doing it. So imagine that the couple is training together, and then they have both of us look into the movement and give real-time feedback.
Yeah, I love this even more if the person that you are going to take the private with is someone that you can train consistently, you know? Because if both of you have the information, when you go training later, it's a lot easier. So if just you have the information and you go to train with people, maybe they are doing some things differently and you not know how to deal with, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, this option is very, very good. And you also can split the cost of the private in between both of you and have the perspective of both of the teachers, you know, the
Both
leader
worlds,
and the follower. Who chooses what is going to be worked on a private class? So as we said, one of the advantages of doing private classes is being able to choose the content that you're going to work on. But you also can ask for your teacher what he thinks that is most important to you right now. So you can ask your teacher to diagnose what you need, and you can have them teaching the things that you need the most to maybe have a more comfortable dance, more static dance, or what he thinks would be the next steps for you in your development.
And also depending on the time that you have to do this private class, you can also split.
Yeah.
Right? And do both. So, okay guys, I want to work on first on this concept, and then I would love to you guys to give me feedback about my dance in general.
Yeah. Let's say that you are going to do 2 hours of private classes. I would say, hey, can we do the first hour with general recommendations that you guys think I should improve in my dance? And then in the second half of the class, I would love to work on counterbalances, you know? Something that I really like doing is, because now I'm more like an advanced dancer, and when I'm going to take privates with someone, what I do is I ask them to teach me their research. So what are you passionate about? What do you like? Which kind of ideas do you like, you know? And I want to know what you like most about your dance. Or when I see that someone has a very good spec on their dance, I want them to teach this aspect to me, you know? Doesn't make that much sense I ask
Couple that is pro on head movements to teach you spins.
Yeah, or for example, a couple that is very, very good on lambada to teach me Nelzuk, you know? So you have to see what you admire on them and ask them to teach you. I think that's a nice idea. But also, you have to be aware that as teachers, we want to have a build up for you. So if you ask for something that is too complicated for your level right now, maybe will not be efficient to teach you this. We will have to give you the layers, and this is what is going to be more efficient to you. So for example, oh, I want to learn how do you do your complex head movements like planet and horse saddle, but then I ask you to do head movements and you don't know the basics of head movements yet. So maybe it's not a good idea, or we will need more time.
Yeah.
So it would be preferable to you learn the basics of head movements first, you know.
So the next question is, how a private with Louis and Larissa works?
Usually, we ask the students what they want. So what are your goals as a dancer? You know, you want to participate on Jack and Jills, you want to just go to the socials and have fun,
You want to teach.
you want to teach, you want to become a teacher. What do you want to do, you know? So depending on what you want to do, we are going to approach the party. We're going to approach the private in a different way, you know? And then we ask the students to dance, and then we watch them dancing. We kind of already have a perspective of their level, and we already see which kind of general corrections we would like to give to them. And we also give them a feedback. So just by having our perspective about their dance, about their strong points, and about what they can improve, it already is like mind blowing, you know, because if you have someone that has more experience giving you their read about your dance, you go like, oh yeah, I never thought about it, and maybe you have some superpowers on your dance and you are not noticing and not taking the most advantage of it, you know.
And then we also ask if they have something specific that they want to work on, right? Because we can give this general feedback and be like quick, so we can move on to the specific topic. Or we could work on this general corrections, this general feedback that we can give to them.
Yeah. And then during the class, the activities that we do is we dance together, we watch you dance, we give you information, we perform drills, we dance together for you to see what we're doing, you know, all this kind of stuff. Also, we tend to be traveling a lot, so usually we don't have that much time in each city. So something that we do a lot is we give lots of information in one private, you know, and then we do the movements with the student for them to feel the sensation, and in the end we record a huge recap with all the information that we worked on for them to lab on it and practice later. So we don't expect you to do all the movements and to already internalize all the things that we taught you in one private, but we do expect you to train later and then
consume that,
chew on this information and make it yours, you know. In the end of the private, we give the students a small surprise that we're not going to talk about here. So if you want to know what it is,
you gotta take the private.
Lala, in your opinion, what is the difference in between having a private with only one teacher or having a private with two teachers?
Okay, so with two teachers, you have one performing the movement with you and the other viewing from outside. So the one that is viewing from outside can give you lots of feedback, and the one that is doing the movement with you also can give the feedback about the sensation, about how you can fix your movement more internally too. And when you're doing a class with one teacher, you have the investment being lower, right?
Yeah, another point of having two teachers is you can watch them doing together in front of you.
True.
You know? So that's a huge advantage if you're more visual. And also you have both perspectives. So for example, us, I also dance as a follower, you also dance as a leader, but my main specialty is being a leader, and for you it's being a follower. So I can bring a lot more perspective as a leader, and you can bring a lot more perspective as a follower.
True.
And we also see dance in very different ways. So I tend to be very Cartesian, you know, and physical. And Ladi tend to be very related with the sensation and the main goal, you know, and like the purpose of it and how it should feel, you know, how you can intend the follower to do what you want to lead, you know, how the follower needs to feel to do the motion.
So these different perspectives will also help you to internalize this content.
What if I have to choose is it better for me to take private with a leader teacher or with a follower teacher?
Okay. I would say that it depends of which you want to work on. So if you're a leader and you want to work with a specific movement on how it feels, on how it looks, I would tell you to take private with a follower teacher. So she could help you better on the sensation, on work on the leading and the motion in general. And if you want to work on styling or getting more confidence or a specific technique for example, footwork and stuff, I would tell you to take privates with a leader teacher.
Nice, yeah, that makes 100% sense.
But you can also do the opposite, right?
And also, each teacher is going to be very unique in their perspective. Some teachers, they are more equal, so they follow and lead almost the same amount, you know. Some teachers, they are more one-sided and focusing on one thing, so it depends a lot. And that's also why taking a private with two teachers is so good, because you have the best of both worlds, you know.
Okay, so my question now is, what is the difference in taking a private lesson alone and with a partner?
Okay, if I take a private class alone, there will be no one to share my happiness. I'm just kidding. If you take a private class with a partner, as we said, you have someone to train with, and you also have someone to split the cost of the private. So that's very good. So that's why we think it's a super nice option to students and to teachers, because you have both perspectives and you can split the cost, and you also can have someone to train with you later. So that's an amazing option. Something that is very common for us as international Zug dancers teachers that also teach privates is to have packages. So as more hours you buy, cheaper it is. So you can plan and study with us. We are going to be traveling soon, right? We are going to be doing a huge tour, so stay tuned and watch out. We are going to post our calendar soon, and if you're interested in taking privates, we will be super happy to help you in your Zug journey.
And how do you just take this private lesson with us, right? So just message us on your Instagram or on WhatsApp or on Facebook, and we can schedule depending on where we're going to be and where you're based.
Don't forget to also talk with your friends, you know, like talk with your other friends that you know that love taking privates, and ask them their opinion of which teachers they like the most of taking privates with.
That's very true. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you can enjoy more your privates right now, and see you soon. I hope. Bye.